Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the second episode in the series. In this series, we are discussing some articles from the good newspapers, The Hindu and Indian Express. The recent article is from The Hindu newspaper dated November 30th, 2022, named as On the Entry of Women in Masjids. The subtitles being Why did the Jama Masjid in Delhi prohibit the entry of single women and women in groups inside the mosque premises? Did they later revoke the ban? What does the Quran say about entry of women worshippers inside masjids? What happened at the Haji Ali Dargah in Mumbai in 2011? So these are some of the questions that we'll be looking upon in this article. This article is explained by Zia Us Salam. So the story so far, that means why is this so much talked about recently, or why is it in news? So last week, the Jama Masjid in Delhi prohibited the entry of single women or women in groups inside the mosque premises. The authorities reasoned that some women failed to respect the sanctity of the place of worship, making videos over there. When women come along, they indulge in improper acts, shoot videos. The ban is to stop this. So the ban was to stop women making videos inside the mosque premises. The decision led to an uproar on social media. By early evening, the mosque management clarified that the ban excluded those women coming for worship or those accompanied by their husband or families. However, many continued to question the unilateral decision of the authorities, forcing Delhi Lieutenant Governor Mr. V.K. Saxena to step in to douse the ire. Following a meeting with the Lieutenant Governor, the mosque authorities withdrew the ban. Imam Ahmad Bukhari clarified, the masjid administration does not want to prevent anyone from worshipping inside. Incidentally, Jama Masjid is otherwise one of the few mosques to allow women worshippers to allow regular prayers. So the next question is, what is the Islam law on women's entry inside the mosque? While there is a clear difference of opinion among Islamic scholars on the right of women to visit a dargah or a cemetery, there is a lesser disagreement on a woman's right to offer prayer inside a masjid. Therefore, so the Islamic scholars have been of an opinion that it is okay, or there is lesser disagreement in Islamic scholars about the entry of women in the masjids for offering prayers. Most Islamic scholars agree that the prayer can be offered at home but can only be established in a group, hence the importance of going to a mosque. Most also agree that women have been exempted. They have been exempted and not prohibited from going to a mosque, keeping in mind their child rearing and other domestic responsibilities. So the reason that they are exempting women for entering the mosque is that they have other responsibilities, or we can say the domestic responsibilities for the women. In fact, the Quran at no place prohibits women from going to the mosque for prayers. For instance, the verse 71 of Surah Toba says, the believing men and women are protectors and helpers of each other. They collaborate to promote all that is good and oppose all that is evil. Establish prayers and give charity, and obey Allah and His messengers. Wherever the Quran talks about establishing prayers, it talks in gender neutral terms. Before the five daily prayers, a prayer call or azan is pronounced. The azan is a general invitation to both men and women for prayers, reminding the faithful, come for prayer, come for success. Incidentally, when Muslims go to Makkah and Medina for Hajj and Umrah, the lesser pilgrimage, both men and women pray at Haram Sharif in Makkah and Masjid Nabawi in Medina. Both places have separate halls earmarked for men and women. Also, across the West Asia, there is no ban on women coming to the masjids for prayers. In the US and Canada too, women access mosques for prayers and even gather there for special Taraweeh prayers in Ramzan and lessons on religion. The denial of access to mosques for women worshippers is largely subcontinental phenomena. In India, only a handful of mosques maintained or owned by Jamaat-e-Islami and the Al-Hadith sect have provisions for women worshippers. Most mosques, while not expressly forbidding women's entry in the masjid, have no provision for women to do ablutions for prayers or separate prayer zone for them. They are built keeping only men in mind. Under the circumstances, they are reduced to only men's zone. Next thing that we'll talk about is, have there been a similar ban before? So the short-lived order of the Jama Masjid administration drew parallels with much more prolonged ban on the entry of women inside the sanctum sanctorum of Haji Ali Dargah in Mumbai in 2011. A grill was put up on the premises of the vastly popular 15th century Dargah, prohibiting the women from going beyond it. Following the this much and no further order, some women approached the Dargah management for redress. However, with the requests have been denied, they started a campaign, Haji Ali for all, winning over more women in the process. Led by the Bharatiya Muslim Mahila Andolan, the women approached the Bombay High Court, which ruled in their favor in 2016. So it took them 5 years again to get the rights that were already offered by the constitution. So what is the legal issue in women not being allowed to enter the mosques? According to the constitution, there is a complete equality between men and women. In the Haji Ali Dargah case too, the High Court quoted Article 15, 16 and 25 of the constitution to grant women the desired access to the Dargah. There are petitions filed before the Supreme Court wherein access has been sought for women in all mosques across the country. The apex court has clubbed them with the Shabrimala case. So this is it. This was an article from The Hindu. I hope you liked it. And in case you want something else or a narration of any other article, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much.